hot tea only on Win Media 98.9.
Good morning. Welcome to Island Tea right here on Win Media SKN with your faves. Me, Azem, and of course, sitting in with me today is none other than my lovely co-host, Jade Gwen Idita CPL Mathis Stuart Johnson.
Morning.
Jade, it is Monday. It's the start of a new week, May 30th. We are at the tail end of May, getting ready to jump into June.
Finally, because May has been ghetto.
Maybe not all over the place.
May been very, very ghetto.
But
Get this month out of here, man.
You know, the May people I'm going to get you to kill now. You know?
I didn't say the May people ghetto.
Oh.
I said the month has been ghetto.
They don't care.
Activities of the... That's the business. Making it up. The activities of the month has been very ghetto.
I'm telling you. But, Jade, we are back ready for a productive week.
Hopefully.
I need it to be productive.
You don't start wrong, see?
Anyway. But yeah, but of course we came out of a weekend. How was your weekend, my dear?
So it's quite
you see that? Hey, guys, you
no,
hear
I'm trying to find the perfect word. It was very, very quiet. All I did was mommy and work. Like literally all I did was mommy and work. There was nothing else at all.
We're gonna let that slide.
Well, that's up to you, but I know I did. So. And my child can attest to this because he was with me every step of the way.
Y'all know, I learned yesterday that you can't depend on the children to be open and honest and real. I learned that yesterday.
Really?
I was watching this video. You see this video with this family, they were by a pool, and the mommy took up the daddy's phone, and the daughter went into full rap mode.
As she should.
But I was like, yo, your daughter got your back. That's daddy's little girl right there. So what daddy did? Cause daddy in the pool, eh? But daddy fake a drown, man.
Wow.
Daddy fake a drown, mommy had to go save daddy.
I wouldn't have taken it that far, but you know.
Fake a drown, well, you know, in the phone.
if you're willing to fake your own death over a phone, maybe you shouldn't be with mommy. Maybe, just maybe, you shouldn't be with mommy. I'm just saying.
Nah, that might be a bit over. That might be a bit a reach.
So not faking drowning is a reach. Is the fact that
it's fake.
Okay.
He was in no danger.
He was about to be. He was about to be. What did you do, friend?
This weekend was work.
Good.
Work, yeah. People were outside this weekend.
They were?
People was outside this weekend.
Oh. Hope y'all had fun.
They had fun.
Okay, that's good.
You know, my ideas of fun are a little different.
Indeed.
But yeah, people seem to enjoy themselves, at least where I was.
Nice.
And
I hope it continues because we have a packed weekend coming up. It's also a holiday weekend. Praise the Lord.
this weekend is holiday weekend?
Yep. Monday's
whipped?
a holiday. I don't, at this point, I don't know what or care which. I just know it's a holiday.
Indeed. But yeah, people was outside, people enjoying themselves. I have a gear to grind based on something that happened on the weekend. I ain't gonna jam it now.
I'm about to say it's not that day.
Yeah, it ain't that day.
You have
So
to save it.
yeah, I save it, man. I save it. Talking about some of these ignorant people.
Well, that ain't be a long day anyway.
But speaking of ignorance,
Well, friend, it's that time of the morning already. You want to jump straight into it?
tea time.
Yes. Yes, sweetie. I remember I tell you I was trying to trick them. So when it's coming here in every color, so they ain't gonna know who I'm voting for.
I almost came in a yellow shirt there.
Ah, you see? You're messing up the scheme, man. You're messing up the scheme.
Yeah. My bad.
But yes, tea time it is. So let's give you guys an update to a case that we've been following.
Mr. Romeo, you're logging in from Antigua?
Hi.
Babe, pick up the Antiguans one time, man. Cousins over there.
Welcome. We're not beefing anymore.
No, man. But we love Antigua. I mean, if you come to sports, then
You know, it's on
is war mode. But other than sports,
we love y'all.
we love Antigans.
Yes. So, Miss Andrea Green was charged with setting fire to the Joshua Obadiah Williams Primary School.
What? Say her name again for the people, Jade.
Andrea Green was charged with setting fire to the Joshua Obadiah Williams Primary School. For people who don't know which primary school that is which one as him?
Molyneux. Molyneux School. Molyneux School, guys, is what we're talking about.
Yes. After a 10-week investigation, 42-year-old Andrea Green, 42, of Molyneux has been charged for setting fire to the Joshua Obadiah Williams Primary School, according to a release from the St. Kitts Royal St. Christopher. Sorry, I said this wrong. The Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force shared on May 7th. Okay. The primary school was set on fire on March 18th, 2022. Shortly after the investigation began, the authorities concluded that the fire was deliberately set, but have unable to discern through their investigation what accelerant was used by Green to start the fire. Green was charged on May 27th and is currently in police custody. You ain't too old to be doing these things, miss.
Well, okay. Firstly,
if it allegedly,
like she has been charged, she has not been proven guilty.
You're still innocent in the court of law. In the court of opinion, you're salt.
Yeah, but I've been one who have been just constantly bringing this back, like randomly, like, hey, we're going on with the school. So I am very happy to hear that there's been some progress as it relates to the investigation. I think it was just literally last week, maybe a day before we actually got the announcement. I was saying, hey, we need to if that is a dead note, then let's focus on getting the school open for September, right? But here we are. We have the police have a suspect, and I want to know, Jade. Jade,
You want to know why?
I want to know why. Like how? What? Like what? There's a school that was deliberately burnt to the ground. A school, primary school, Jade.
Yes.
Like, man, boy, I need answers by. I need to try and understand. Let's hear what the woman is saying.
Hold on. Does this say a person?
The releaser?
No. Hold on.
Okay. Huh. What are you here now?
Tell me she's a little fire starter.
She's an actress.
So somebody sent me something, but I don't know when it's from. But it says a high court jury on Monday found a woman, a 23-year-old woman from Molyneux, guilty of setting fire to a 4-bedroom dwelling house where more than 7 people, some of them children, lived. Police had charged Andrea Green with arson for setting fire on a dwelling home with the intent to destroy private property. A police source speculated that jealousy was the motive for the arson. Oh, this is from 2014.
Yes, this was 23, so...
Yeah. District prosecutor...
Can't be 2014.
2004, sorry.
Oh.
District
about to say.
Prosecutor Janine
maths
Harris. No, no, wait.
My maths in the best, but not there. I know something was half there.
Oh, dear. So, yes, District Prosecutor Janine Harris alleged that on March 15, 2004, Green, also known as Angie, set fire upon a wooden structure owned by Tamira Wallace of Shepherd Street, Newtown. Harris said on that day at about 2 p.m., police responded to a fire report made by Wallace's neighbor. Well, Miss Sparky over here got spray going on.
Angie?
No, man.
Angie?
No, man.
You go from burning down a dwelling home. People's in the house, they say?
Kids.
People's in there?
7.
People's in there?
7.
No, some people live there, but when she lighted it on fire, people was actually in there?
I can tell you now. Well, they said she did more than 7. May know there was in that time.
Hopefully not, but I mean, come on.
Yeah, man. What?
Come on. Angie need help, but right now she needs help.
Yeah.
Well,
they come with while she in jail too.
But at the same time, let's not act as though we haven't seen people out of jealousy destroy property and these kind of things, right?
No,
yes.
That's normal.
But no, we start to see a pattern. Because I don't know if what happened is you're jealous of the teachers teaching she children them too good. I don't know why it was. But somebody gonna need to explain to me what was going on.
To keep matches, lighter, kerosene, whatever she does you. Ban her from everything sparking. Everything that could spark, ban her.
Anything wooden, guys?
Wooden.
Oh, she's selling.
Anything that you could light. Anything at all. Keep them away from her because she clearly...
So it's been suggested that this lady has a history of arson.
I don't know if this is more of a suggestion. They may really feel like this is just a suggestion.
No. What I'm saying is that the fact that we're talking about this and then we get the fact that she has done this before, saying that she's an arsonist. Like,
that's saying a suggestion, man. Is that might be a fact at this point. Like,
wow.
Bruh, you ain't afraid to.
But that still leaves me to.
Yeah, but if I'm going back to everybody. She ain't need to be around nothing flammable. Nothing perfume she need to have. Alcohol.
Nothing bap.
Nothing. As him.
She might touch the place.
Nothing that she could start a fire with. She needs to be around. This is ridiculous, honestly.
But I still need to know why though. Is it just that I just like seeing things go boom? I don't know. I'm not going to assume.
No, me, cause.
I'm not going to assume.
Let me tell you something. Once in my life, right? I was playing with fire and my father washed me out. And I never do that day again.
Yeah.
So, maybe Andrea ain't enough like she
No, this is the thing for me, Jay. There are people among us who have issues with flames and stuff, right?
Clearly.
You know them people, they light up a can for you.
Like the one that happened. Oh, no, she didn't lock up in it.
Yeah, I don't think it was her.
No, I don't think it was her.
I don't think it was her this time. Good morning, Carla. You're live on Island T. Talk to us.
Angie?
Hello?
Oh, sorry. Morning.
Morning. You're on Island T.
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
I don't know if you're hearing me. I'm not hearing you.
We're hearing you quite well. If you're hearing us, we can answer that.
Yeah, good.
Hello?
Good morning. Are you hearing us now?
Are you hearing me?
Yes.
Okay, sorry about that. Has the lady been charged or has she been convicted?
She's been charged. That's what we're saying. She's been charged. She hasn't been convicted.
Well, we might need to be a little bit cautious before we brand her as an arsonist.
That's why I say I wonder if it's been suggested that that's what she is.
Sorry, sir?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It seems as though it's been suggested, but until we know what's happening and what went down.
But unless there's a conviction or some other concrete evidence to support that, that's a very damning thing for a person to carry around. I'm not saying speaking of guilt in a sense. I'm just, in fact, that's the point.
Yeah.
We're not sure. We're not sure.
Charged for the previous one.
That's what it's saying there, Jade. She
No,
was
not
convicted.
convicted.
She was convicted. That's what he said.
Oh yeah, she was convicted for previous ones.
For the previous one, she was convicted. Yeah, but this one I don't know.
Was? Oh,
yeah,
she
was.
Hear the whole thing.
Yeah, she was convicted.
Oh boy.
Indeed.
Okay, well, I suppose what I say now has a little bit less weight, but still we need to be careful before we conclude Wow. I hope she's not being scapegoated. You know, anything could happen in this kind of climate, eh?
Well, as
You know
we're
what I mean?
saying, I mean, what we would have to do is put faith in the justice system, right? We'd have to put
Which is not
faith.
easy sometimes, eh?
Say that again?
Which is not easy sometimes.
It's not easy, but I mean, based on the based on what society affords us, I think that's kind of like where we have to kind of go, isn't it?
Yeah, well, you have to have faith in it. You must. But as I'm saying, it's sometimes the justice system, because of people who are manning it from all angles.
You're suggesting that might be the case here?
Glory,
Because
I'm short of the glory.
You're suggesting that
Anyway.
you're suggesting that might be the case here?
Sorry, sir?
You're suggesting that might be the case in this situation?
No, I'm not suggesting it might be the case.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not ruling out anything.
I got you.
all right.
All right, man. I
Okay,
appreciate
brother,
it.
take care.
All right, man.
All right.
Well,
Quotables, Jade. All these are quotables.
listen, I don't commit a crime right now because they're going to say it's politically charged. Not saying I should commit crime either way, but hold off on it so long.
Hold off on the crime? Why we don't hold off on the crime all the time? That's-
That is virtually impossible.
Good morning, Carla. You're live on Island T. What's up?
Good morning, boys and girls, Island Tea family. How you all had you all day yesterday? Good?
We're doing good. We're doing good.
Okay. Well, because a dog suck a egg 5 years ago, and now I got my phone and he come and suck me, and me miss me phone egg. That was the same dog come and suck the egg? No way. The dog can't done that too. Oh. That ain't sound right to me, and I know what is what. That was gassed up. I don't care. One little light, she should have smoked? No. They said they find fingerprints in bathroom. That's on it. That was thoroughly done by somebody conscious-minded. I don't care how they come to sweep it under the biggest rug, thickest rug they got. I ain't believe that one bit. Even though she asked you don't ask about that kind of age, she do it again this time. You say everybody got to spin, so they got to spin. And that's a good day. That was, yes, everything. We born way up. So from there to way B, make sure the outside part, all in they attached together. You have a piece different to the long school, right? They want to send me all up there, opening the car, a walkway that you reach all there. There's something not adding up to me, right? That is not nothing, do it. That is somebody else with it. When you watch that, go over there and watch it. As watch it go. He said it burn out and that was gas. Anybody could tell a little match from a big gas tank.
So, Nurse Lady, what you're saying is that you think it was an accident, this gas bonnet? I think somebody actually do it.
Not gas burning, that was willfully light.
Or saying that the person that been convicted of doing it would not do it again. That been convicted.
Wasn't them deal.
Okay.
They spin it on them because to clear the real person name, who everybody don't know the culprit. So
Who is
everybody?
Who the person is? Because I
No, that's kind of the yesterday we have to consider you don't.
Everybody don't suspect who it is, so that is just a spin. Remember, you saw you were watching church and them we spinning, going up with the whirlwind.
Whirlwind.
Spinning. Oh, you just want to put that on the poor girl because that happened a couple of years ago. And you all went over there and look at it good? You all get a good look in it?
I looked at the school in person, but the thing for me is that I don't know if I could look at it and work out who do it.
That gas up. Because it burn when I looking at it on on my video in it. Watching it. That burn out, you know. I don't know why she should do that.
Well, I don't anybody would do that. Let me put it that way. I don't know why anybody would do that.
She have a mental problem. And if she have a mental problem, why they have to charge her she mental thing? But no, they say she did do that too. That jealousy thing where they say she do a couple years ago because of a boyfriend and girlfriend story. But the one there, I'll be there at school where I used to go. There's not no board no more, no. That's wall. I'm bored inside. That is not beautiful. When you were bored. I can't buy that. I can't see that they go to school years and no thing. And since that they were madly couple years ago, maybe I can't eat it and way. I know they're coming with a foolish thing because they just walk out. Maybe the girl just passed through the answer.
Well, thank you. Listen, I have no words.
But look, everybody can have their views, but I don't. Well,
If she is guilty, then and she needs some help, I hope that she gets the help she needs. But we have to wait on the courts to figure out what it is and what.
that's why I say. I just keep saying. I just need to know why.
I just
need to know why.
mm.
Whether she or whoever, I just need to know why. I just need to know why.
What she said? What the first thing she said?
Just because dog suck an egg.
Wow.
You want to tell me the same dog come and suck the same and suck another
You
egg?
can't put that on a shot, you know. You have to put that on a shot. Because, you know what I mean, but so like.
Just because the dog suck it, you know exactly what she mean.
Take a next one.
Good morning, Carla. You're live on LNT. What's up?
Good morning, sir. Good morning, daughter and son.
Morning.
That school is a board school or what? Concrete wall, whatever.
I mean, it's both actually. It's both. There's some.
If it's a board school and the school got age on it, it of course, it gonna expo all over. You know? If this lady know, it's saying the lady and she saying it, well, maybe she need to say, people need to watch what they're saying. I don't take some kind of conversation and I need to question them. It ain't she. Well, who it be? You know who?
I mean, you want to incriminate me too? I don't want to question anybody. I next thing they get last week, please. Let them just say what I want to say. They have to wear that. Then we continue because me, I got no money to get a body.
Exactly, you don't have no money to give nobody, but sometimes people have to watch what they be saying.
No, but my thing is this. If everybody knows who it is, then why nobody telling the police?
That's what she's come. Look, she's saying it ain't the girl, it ain't she. Well, who be then?
And I am.
If I don't say it ain't she, what that mean? I must know some that lady. We just stop, but she need to watch something what she don't be saying because we might just get us in some serious problem. Mm-hmm. They had rumors going around, and if they charge the lady, let me wait to see the outcome.
That is the whole thing.
That's the whole thing. Don't come on radio and say, no, it is. You don't know. This what you're saying. You're going to get yourself out in problem. Be careful. I'm warning you. You talk too much. That's all I got to say.
Thanks, Carla.
Well, boy.
See, when people care about people's well-being, right, Jade?
Yeah.
They start issuing these kind of warnings passionately.
You better. Because I not mean, I have money to give nobody for.
But my thing is, everybody know who it is.
Well, who is that?
I've been on the radio asking for months.
And nobody give you no information.
Nobody telling me. It's like, how is it in the dark?
I did. So who is everybody that though?
And not only that, why did everybody don't include the police?
That's a valid question.
Why did everybody don't include the police?
That's what we really need to know. That's supposed to know first. But you know,
we already been warned that in these times you can't just take everything with as is. Then we get called say everybody know ain't she. They're like, what? Oh, sing kids. What's up, man?
I tell you about ghetto. May is very ghetto as him. And they're taking it down to the wire. The last days. Listen, we don't know. It has been alleged, according to the police report that we have received, somebody has been charged. That is it, and that is all. No convictions happen yet. In this case, at least, there has been a case previously where she has been convicted. So let us wait to see, based on the evidence and all these other things.
They would have to make some kind of case.
They have to. They can't just go in and say, yeah, she do it. Lock up. That's how it work. It might look so, but that's how it work. So we just have to wait and see. Simple.
Scapegoated. Wow.
I like, why I head on black for people buying at me, no? I do that for Jaden yesterday and it turned out it was Jaden. Never mind.
Oh yeah, mothers don't get catching that the all the time. Mothers, that's one of the things you got to drink that. You're not gonna take the L.
Take the L for you buy.
You take the L. Like mothers step putting their head on the block for the children and getting it chopped off.
I learned from early. They might treat it, they setting me up.
Let this be a lesson. Let this be a lesson.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if that's okay.
What? Like, okay, why is it that everybody just seem to believe? You know what it is too? And let's be honest here, Jane. Let's be honest here. I think part of the reason why people just go in and trying to be like she's being scapegoated is because it's a woman. If it was a man, you know the man, you ain't gonna it'd have been like
lock up that.
Lost him. There's certain types of crime that for sometimes good reason we believe that more likely the culprit is a man. And I think when people were thinking about this, you started picturing like
because
some dude.
Literally everybody, like I was in a group chat and when they said she. Yes, she.
That's what I'm telling you. I don't know if that's part of it. I don't know if it's because we in silly season, then the silliness will just ensue. Or people assume that this is part of the silliness.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But it seemed to me like people just walk out. Nah. And I waited to hear why.
Telling me that.
I would like to hear things like it couldn't be she because the night she was in Nevis.
Like an alibi?
Yeah.
An alibi would be good. Not telling me that she's from a certain background or these type of things. That's not a good reason why she. No, I think that's a good reason, man.
Are the building burned with gas?
Yeah.
Just the fact that nobody's saying trust everything the police said. That's what we're saying. Wait to hear exactly what arguments are made.
You know, evidence. They said they had fingerprints. Maybe the fingerprints might match the culprit. Maybe they have some type of footage, you know. Evidence. Anything.
I want
I hope I don't trust the police until it got something to do with you.
Oh, my. People just choose when to trust the police.
Clearly.
People just choose when to trust the police. Good morning, Carla. You're live on Island T. What's up? Good morning, Carla. You're live on Island T.
Yes, Megan, mister. My children, no worry that lady, you know. Most of the fire, look from 90, in the 90s come down. It will happen by men. I know a family of mine die now. And one Sunday somebody, a friend, was telling me a couple months ago, they calling she to tell them, come let them go do this, come let them do that, because it was election time. And they wanted to do these things.
So you just feel it's a man do it. That's what you think in your mind. You think it's a man.
Yeah, because
okay, no problem. I fully understand.
And Reginald used to say those things before he did, was send him to do it and so. Calypso Rodri.
All right. Well, we can't just make claims that we can't because again, I don't have no money to give nobody.
Don't speak ill of the transition.
Please. And yes, crime is definitely not gender based, so we can't just say because. What? Listen, that's not how crime works.
Oh boy.
But literally, the woman who wrote the book about how to kill her husband.
Kill her husband?
Kill her husband and was charged and convicted. Yeah. So crime is not gender based.
Don't believe it. Don't believe the hype.
Not at all.
Believe the book though.
believe the book. I still can't believe she did that. Still cannot believe she wrote a book. How to kill your husband proceeded to kill her husband. That's vibes. Don't
Hey.
kill her husband, please.
But you know, all these actions start as a thought. Good morning, Carla. You're live on Island T. What's up?
Good morning, my friends. How you all doing?
Good morning.
Morning.
We're doing great.
Okay. You know, there is a word called prone, P-R-O-N-E.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, the second to last caller, she is so right. People better watch what come out of the mouth. Because what comes out of the mouth defile their body. And since they all know, it isn't she. Everybody saying it ain't she. But that means everybody know who is.
That's the point.
Everybody want me.
Okay then. That's all I got to say. Thank you very much.
All right, thanks.
Everybody but me and you. And apparently the police.
And the police.
Bruh.
This is really interesting to me, Jade, because there are times when the police will come out and say they have a suspect in custody. Why is it that sometimes we get this response and then sometimes we don't? We get another response.
Based on the gender.
I don't think it's always based on gender. No, I mean sometimes.
You take it?
Jade, I don't think it's a matter that every time a lady gets arrested, people just think women are incapable of committing crime. I don't think that's what's going on here.
Yeah, that's the vibes I get into today.
That's the vibes you get today.
That's the vibes I get into today. It's an issue because she's a woman. She can't go to school because she's a woman. And I'm not saying she did it because I wasn't there. I have nothing to do with it. The police and the court's going to sort out that. But I'm saying it's very ridiculous to say she didn't do it because she's a woman.
Whoever it is do it, I'm just trying to understand. I need to understand, because it's a school. A primary school.
Yeah, me understand. Why would you
That's
do that?
what I'm saying. There's some things that...
Why would anybody do that? I don't know who it is, but why would anybody decide, you know what?
That's the question
school.
That's the question I've been asking for months.
That's a real comment?
Yeah.
Wow.
But no, I think that at the end of the day, personally, I have been asking for some movement on this case.
Movement in it.
This is movement. No, the other thing too is I'm hoping, and I'm glad I said this here before the actual announcement that they had anybody in custody. But getting to a point now, we're gonna have to start focusing on putting back a new and improved school over there for the kids. That's the next step.
Mm-hmm.
We're going into the summer break. I don't know if it'd be realistic to say, hey, let's get the school fully up and functional by September.
Please.
But even if you have to do it in phases, I would love to know that. And not only that, they don't go build back, because the truth is that school has been there serving the community for generations, generations upon generations. So now,
conspiracy time.
Due to these unfortunate events, we at least have an opportunity to put back a school that is better served to provide education for the next however much generations.
Suppose somebody burnt it down because they wanted a better school.
I think there's other ways to go about it.
However,
However,
that one effective though. That one was quite effective.
Yes. Yeah, but like I said,
please stop burning things. People got kind of asthma and all kind of things dealing with around the place. Can you stop lighting things on fire, please?
Yeah.
Yeah, light off the whole Canfield again for the 20th time. Had the whole of town black Friday.
Smoked out.
Stop lighting things on fire, please.
Got my neighbor walk out. You know what? Let me move my vehicle from here, kite up by Bailey them cigars.
Just in case.
This thing moving kind of tense.
Yeah, man, y'all can't be doing them things, man. And right now, it's terrible because I don't know if you've been seeing how the fields and the bushes and everything brown.
Yeah, but in that particular area, I'm going to say this. Let me say it live on here.
I mean,
because you see, we keep talking about finding opportunities through misfortunes. So here we are. Every few months, the cane field up at the Aquifer needs must cane field, right? Does burn, right? People got to leave their work, go home, the whole of town smoke out, blah, 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 blah. Whatever happened to the National Park Plan? We had consultation with people within the community. I went to several consultations down at Newtown Primary, Tucker Clark, Partial School, whichever one you prefer nowadays, right? I went to several consultations. We had things saying, look at it. These are the plans. We had plans that were drawn and brought to us. They had movement on it where the fence. Phase 1 was to fence the wells. I don't know how that's a common whole phase, but phase 1 has been completed. The fence, the fencing, all the water pumps, right?
So what's phase 2?
No one seems to know, and this has been we're going for 15 years.
Wow.
And the thing for me is
slow moving plans.
Not only that, Jade. So this is what happens. We're not using the cane. The cane, there's no more cane, right? There's bush and things that go up there. You see, when they burn, why they don't just get an army of backhoes to just go and just push back and flatten out the thing. He done burn, so easy now. Easy now. Go flatten out the place. Yes, flatten it out. You know what's going to end up happening? People can start it. You end up come like similar to the Frigate Bellon. You come similar to that, Jade.
And it's a lot of space.
Nobody's like, okay, if we don't have the money now to say execute all the things, it was supposed to have an aquifer. It was supposed to have an amphitheater for live events. It was supposed to have places where children and schools could visit to view how the aquifer works, see how the wells work, learn about water security and all these kind of things, right? All that was supposed to be going on there. We're supposed to have exercise areas for people to go and exercise, walk, instead of people having to go walk over on the people in golf course. Perhaps they could be walking up there, make a nice little walk path where people go park their car, exercise in the afternoon. All things that have minimal impact on the actual aquifer, right? Plans were there.
Here we are.
Now the issue I have is then at the same time, out of the blue, clear up the land on the other side there, getting ready to put down solar farms. How we could move so quick on them things there, and just to literally just clear the land and leave it?
Taking forever.
All they needed, clear, just even if you ain't clear all, at least the area close to the Taiwanese farm and the area that borders where the homes actually are, under the hill, like let's clear it off. Not the time.
Yeah.
Not the time. It don't burn. Like it burns.
Somebody saying how nice somebody burn it. Well, okay. Well, if somebody didn't burn it.
What are we talking about? The cane field?
Yeah.
Okay. I live there and I have seen people burn it. I don't know if they burn it this. I don't. I've literally seen where you could see several little pockets of fire start on the side, on the eastern side, when the wind blowing from east to west. So it's intentional.
And you know how to prevent all these fires from happening? Just clear the land. If there's nothing to burn, we won't have fires. Simple maths. If there's literally nothing on there to burn, there won't be fires. People won't have to go to the hospital and be on asthma pumps and do all kind of things and clean ash off the step and all these things that comes with fire.
Yeah, we're cleaning ash like the neighborhood cleaning ash for the next month and a half.
Where I had ash on my step?
Ash was all on 4th Street.
Just clear the land. It's so simple. It's burnt now. Clear the
now is the time. Now is the time.
Watch here, a good portion burnt too. Because I drove past it. Just clear there. And start clearing other places.
My thing is, there's a plan for the area. There's a plan for the area.
There was a plan.
Now, even if you don't know, like I said, even if we don't have the resources right now to go ahead and execute the plan, please clear the land. Just clear the land. That's all. Clear the land, parks and beaches, get them some of the motorized tractors, All them tractors with the pull thing on the back. Cut the grass every 4 weeks. Let people go there, relax with the children, put some little benches. You got fellas building all kind of fellas right now. Very creative. I gotta pick up them. I gotta pick up the guys them who using the pallets them to build all kind of things.
I wish God did just bless me with them skills by.
Get some of them, contract them, put some little rest areas, plant some trees.
Do something.
And that's another pet peeve of mine. I know the Department of Agriculture does go out and do these tree planting initiatives. The problem is, guys, when you plant the trees, somebody got to take care of them.
Yeah, man, you can't just
catch
they don't water themselves.
I remember it might have been just prior to COVID, sometime just a few years back. Department of Agriculture they plant all these trees along the side of the road, all over Estridge and things like that. I remember particularly. Because I say, let me watch and see what can happen with these trees here. They plant the trees, them. That's the end of that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why y'all feel like the trees them gonna water themselves and take care of themselves. Like the trees, you have to maintain them until they get to a point where the rain and whatever. We barely been having rain, so if y'all planting things, y'all ain't think y'all have to go back and provide them with water.
But Jade, what happened is that the plants are young, and but what I'm saying is maybe what needs to happen as well is we need a system where in a more protected area we could grow the trees to a certain point and then transplant them, because they're doing that to a certain extent, but once you move the trees when they're still so small, I think the chances of them surviving into adulthood is very slim. One, because nobody really taking care of them, and two, like they're in the open, hurricane, that's that kind of thing. So it needs. So, but what I'm saying is,
listen, don't message me no more. This is the last straw you're being blocked. This is the last and final.
Why Jay put it on blast?
You're gonna get blocked. I don't know what nonsense you're messaging me. You watch a man plant a tree without root, and you're gonna come tell Big B. Anyway. Let me that.
But yes, like can we figure out what we're doing with the need must aquifer, like the plan of just having it burn every couple of months?
Ain't a good one.
Wasting all the watch you when the
we don't even know water or I gas wasting it now.
But the thing is now but watch you, it things are funny, right? They can't feel up there ablaze, top smoke out. The fire truck them in the fire yard still. They probably just fed up. They probably like, we gotta go back up there again.
We ain't even enough water for this.
Spend the whole afternoon into the evening just watching cane field burn. Cane field, I ain't gonna cane.
So where is it it's not a cane field.
Where does it be?
Where's it going up there?
It's a bushland?
It's a bushland. It's a cane field. A cane field has cane.
But yeah, man, like we really need to do something. But
now that's where he got fired, man.
And that
is literally not where he got fired.
That has been systematic. Like I think the department, and like I said, the Department of Agriculture, like they have done that on several occasions where they go out and they plant trees around the island and stuff like that. But I think what they drop the ball at in terms of maintenance, I don't know if it's a matter that they expect the communities to do that. Is there consultation?
You can't just expect them to figure it out.
I don't know what happened, but the way it's been done, it really making no sense. Good morning, Carla. You're live on Island T. What's up?
Yes, now you're talking about cleaning up. You think it's right, the high school where your mother went, your father went, and so on. You just like, that they get ideas, that people told them, keep it clean, and the cars go up there, go parking all congestion around town. Go parking lot and take a little Skype and got somebody there. But they just want to prove that the school never go down and go back for now. Well, I got you there.
To be honest, if they can't park kids there, they can't park cars. So, all of them is humans.
Because it's full of bushes. I heard about it the other day, so wow. I thinking really that they were going to take it and make a a big parking lot downtown that's really...
Why did you think that? Okay. Guess we don't have an answer.
No, but again, for me, my thing is just like, what's the plans? Like the plans just need to be.
It's election season.
You got no. I'm saying you got smarter people than me running around.
You think so?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, Jade. I am definitely not the sweetest stalk of sugarcane in the patch, but
Bring on another them.
yeah, that's you're right. No, because the Bubba Dread them don't find the cane.
Why wanna we you know because
Them they got-
got a care
they got
but they always got cane.
Secret stashes by.
Clearly because
But yeah, I'm really hoping the powers that be, who have agriculture right now. Who have agriculture?
me no.
I mean,
But
some
then we are saying it too.
but somebody say when in doubt, just check Wendy first.
She got everything.
They say when
She got
in
everything boy.
they say about 2 minutes, just check Wendy.
Just figure it, Wendy.
Yeah, I believe Wendy's an Android. Yeah.
Let me go check. You come back with this theory again.
I'm telling you, Jade.
We're gonna talk about
You saw the press conference?
friend we was together. we never saw it. We both was listening it at the same time.
Here are the facts. Good day.
Short and sweet. That's how I like my press conference. Them.
Hey,
Don't give me a lot of things.
yes,
Short and sweet.
yes.
They thief the money, we fire them, but we thank them for the job. Which may not understand, eh?
That is it, Jade? Okay.
You okay? What time, baby? We got no, we're gonna do it after. We're gonna do it after, because I feel like this one gonna take. There's 2 things on this agenda here gonna take a while. So we're gonna do it after the break. But may I understand, I just know, right, as if we win terminate me tomorrow for stealing, let's say I thief the studio.
The whole studio.
The whole studio.
Right.
They come in here, the studio, there is Jay do it.
Okay. Right.
I don't feel like they're gonna thank me.
Then thank you for your
I don't
service.
feel like they're gonna thank me.
Thank you for your service. No, Jade, but this okay. Let me
But
put
somebody
this.
said, Hami got agriculture.
Oh, Hammy, have agriculture? Okay.
Congratulations, sir.
Uh,
You couldn't.
Minister Hamilton, please.
Don't say that.
I mean, really agriculture. Well, yes, it can be he still maybe commander lands.
That I was about to say something really terrible.
Okay, don't say it.
So let me not.
Yeah. But let me just put out this disclaimer. I'm not speaking about any particular situation. I'm not speaking about anything that happened recently. This is just what I'm about to say is based on observations over the years. I've actually spoken about this dynamic several times on this show. So don't gonna say, as him say, XYZ, about such and such and such.
They're gonna clip it still, man.
Okay, cool. But here we go. I think the question I asked prior was, who is allowed to lie?
Not us.
Who decides who is allowed to lie? And the question that spins off of that is, who decides who's allowed to steal?
Again, not us.
Like, why is it that it seems as though the persons that have less economic power are the ones who get punished for things like lying and stealing? People just go to jail for them things, no?
Yeah.
Lying and stealing, yeah.
Well, it's a criminal offense, apparently.
But for some reason, you start hearing about this person was working in this institution, X amount of money got missing, and they were asked to resign.
Yeah, man, how that does what, man?
Then you start hearing, oh, such and such does who have this business and that business did such and such to their patrons, misled them, but sorry.
The amount of people that get reassigned to different
Jade,
departments.
the people look at the banks.
Oh.
The banks them went cause all sorts in the US. The banks they went to cause all sorts of chaos, right? With their discriminatory where they were giving out the loans that like
the PP, what are the PPP loans?
no, not even that. No, I was talking about let's look at, for instance, the economic crash of 2008 in the US, right? They know what the banks did to cause the problem here. They see what it did to people's lives, what it did to people's homes, wealth, all of that. All kind of homeless people running around now. You know what they did? They give the banks a bailout, more money.
Yeah, give them more money. Once
Give
you
them
money at the
more-
problem, you're going to fix it, you know?
Give them more money.
So
Jed.
money at the problem, you're going to fix it.
We have time and time again where you see example after example of whether it's hedge funds, Ponzi schemes, all these names actually sound kind of jiggy.
Yeah, man. One thing
For basically what it is, lying to people and stealing from people. and
defrauding them. I mean, is defrauding? Defrauding,
Yeah.
is that right? Yeah. Okay, just make sure.
And these people just
Oh, sorry.
bouncing around.
Yeah, we fired them. We took them out. We moved them.
But sometimes they get raised, Jade.
What? Vibe?
Jade, I tell you, you have to watch the one about the Boeing, about Boeing.
That's the plane?
The plane manufacturer. You can't believe what was going on with Boeing.
That on Netflix?
It's on Netflix. I can send you the link.
Thank you.
And I watching it like, so wait, they gave these people raises?
Oh, yes, friend.
The plane them crash and kill people?
Clearly, the problem was the money that they didn't have to build proper planes. So how you fix it? Just give them more money.
So how is it that we constantly hear, and okay, let's take it even a step deeper, a step further, Jade. Every election you hear, oh, such and such and
No,
such,
me want to go there yet.
thief the money.
I don't want to go there yet.
Such and such and such, oh, take us out, boom, boom, boom. And you don't hear the supporters them. Oh, he got in jail now. Talking about the ex-politician,
Which
them, eh?
jail? Name one politician in St. Kitts that went jail.
No, I had a couple of in jail.
For sure? Who?
You ain't here.
jail?
You ain't here. Janelle was giving us the story about how Chesley Hamilton begging for a lockup because Lindsay was the only one getting locked up.
Oh, yeah, there was a lock up Lindsay for two. No, I mean actually jail. Not putting the bus and go on the bench. I mean jail as in. That's not what I'm referring to. Yes, we've seen the videos.
So Chesley take the lockup for him.
Me ain't gonna lie, right? Some of them videos were not funny, but the one that used to make me cackle is the one when they lift him up and his foot that was dangling.
Hey, yeah, leave Lindsay up. Grant is me by.
Well, yeah, he fucked the man. He could have walked, but when they lift him up, I had his foot them dangling. Sorry. This is not funny, but that was hilarious. I'm not gonna lie.
But what I'm saying is, every time you hear the
We don't continue this conversation with them because I have a lot to start this,
But
because I have played it with you.
I don't understand.
Yeah, I played it with you.
I don't. They campaigning and say, oh, look at all these discrepancies. Gone even though you're not bored again. The you lose the investigative skills that you have once again, Paul. That's how we go.
But not only that. Only when things go bad, we hear all of these things. They know these things going on all the time, you know. But all of a sudden, because election call and people fall out, all kind of things happening. So what are you telling me is all I didn't know, and I was going to let it slide as long as y'all could have get what y'all wanted. Because that's why you're here. That's why you're here.
Jade?
Every time one of these stories come out and they say, let's talk about this, I say, oh, no, I want to talk about it. How come I was talking about it all the time? Y'all looking funny in the lights, okay? I don't know if y'all know.
I don't understand how you find out somebody did something like that goes directly against the code of ethics of the company, institution, position, whatever it is, and then you ask them to resign and then thank them for their service.
Sir, ma'am, that is not...
That only happen if you got money, Jade.
That's not how it works.
Jade, people...
They don't lock me up as him.
They don't lock up people for thieving bread.
As him. Let me ask you a question. What the press conference about the police credit union money?
Yeah, you see how you just ask all kind of important, relevant questions, you need to stop.
Let's roll back the tape. So what the press conference? How come I already have a press conferences now? What happened to all the other monies that was stolen? And I never had a press conference, you know. A matter of fact, they didn't even have a new story. We had to figure it out. But no. Anyway.
Thank you for your service, Jade. We're gonna take a short break and come right back with more Island Tea right here on Win Media SKN. Stick and stay.
We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.
Supermarket shoppers understand that convenience matters. At Hortsport's Value Mart IGA, we know that price matters most. Ample parking and the widest variety matter. At Hortsport's Value Mart IGA, we know that price matters most. Clean, spacious aisles and the highest level of customer service all matter. At Hortsport's Value Mart IGA, price matters most. We've renewed our commitment to guarantee the lowest prices in the Federation. Why? Because we understand that in this tough economic environment, price matters most. Shop smart. Shop Value Mart, where price matters most. Farms Estate Nevis and Wellington Road, St. Kitts.
Price matters most.
Maybe it's the way the brilliant gold liquid reflects our sunshine, or how the bright blue of its label mirrors the clear Caribbean skies overhead. Maybe it's the fresh, crisp taste of this beastly cold beer on a scorching hot day. Maybe it's even the way it brings us all together. But one thing is for sure, Carib is very much a part of who we are wherever we're from in the Caribbean. Carib, it's the way we play. Drink responsibly.
Good morning, guys. Good morning. Welcome back to Island Tea right here on Win Media SKN. It's Monday all day today, May 30th, and we are being joined in studio by a gentleman, David. David, good morning. How are you doing?
Yeah, good morning, man. I'm good, doing fine.
Well, I first off, let me say thank you for staying on us to make sure that this thing happened. Sometimes we just get all caught up with everything that's going on, and sometimes things fall through the cracks. But I've really been looking forward to having this conversation with you. And so you are here, and just to tell us a bit about what is it that you do and the business that you are now taking to the next level. Tell us a bit about what you got going on.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you, and good morning to everyone listening out in Radio Land, those streaming on Facebook and online. I'm happy to be here this morning to introduce you, to reintroduce some of you to Advanced Building Maintenance Systems. Advanced Building Maintenance System, we started off as a building maintenance company doing commercial cleaning, power washing, sanitizing, those sorts of things.
Right.
But out of what we were doing, we saw that there was a pressing need in the Federation. So we recently launched our new company, Advanced Building Maintenance Solutions, which is the first and only commercial cleaning supply store in the Federation.
Wow. So basically, initially, you were involved in providing services directly to
customers.
Who are your customers?
Well, our main customers were commercial entities, business places and so forth, because persons go into business looking to serve clients or to provide a service. But part of that is you need to have an office, you need to have a building, and then when you have the building, you have the issues that would come with having a building,
right.
Which would be you have a leaky pipe, you have mold somewhere, you need cleaning, you have garbage to dispose of, all those things. So
right.
You got into a business to provide a service. This wasn't your primary focus.
Right.
So that's where we came in, and we was trying to be that building maintenance company. Larger businesses have a whole department for that.
Right,
but
of course.
small businesses, you can't afford that. So we say, we want to fill that niche there. You come to us, say that this is what you need, and then we just handle all your building maintenance needs. So you don't have to call a plumber when you have an issue. You don't have to call an electrician. You don't need to call garbage disposal. Whatever issue you have, you call advanced building maintenance, and we take care of all those
Take care of
needs.
that for you.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
and that is something that you guys still provide?
we still provided. We started that in 2017. But before that, I mean, I've worked in other places before. And one of my primary roles for the last 5 years working for another company was facilities management, where I was responsible for handling all those things.
Right.
So when I left that company, it was only natural for me to start my own business. And as it turns out, that business who I no longer work with, I still handle the maintenance business now, but I do it as an individual.
Right, imagine that. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, that kind of speaks to the experience that you have and the trust that I have in the job that you've been doing.
Yes, yes.
But you said now that you guys now supply products for persons who are doing what exactly? Is it commercial cleaning?
Well, what this idea to start the solution section of the business was born, I think, about 3-4 years ago. I remember one time I was doing some carpet cleaning, deep carpet cleaning at one of my commercial clients, and the shampoo I was using ran out. And I was like, oh, how am I going to get this sorted out now? Because I can't run to any hardware store to get carpet shampoo. I
Yeah.
can't run to any general merchandise.
Can't go
store.
value at
You can't-
Ram's nothing.
It is not something that you can buy here. And I say, you know what? I have to buy those things and keep them in stock. But then with the pandemic, you had a lot more cleaning companies popping up, even those who existed before. And I know they have the same problem that I do.
Right.
In that you cannot get commercial grade cleaning supplies right here in St. Kitts. So I say,
Right.
you know what? Instead of me trying to, everyone is going to Puerto Rico or Miami to get stuff, let me bring these stuff right here. So I have power wash machines, carpet extractors, floor scrubbers, floor polishers, all these equipment we supply now, and we supply the solutions that go with
Go
them.
along with
So
them, right.
our target is, mostly persons or small up-and-coming commercial cleaning supply companies, those who doing like a janitor work here, a mother and her daughter maybe cleaning an office.
Right.
We provide you the proper commercial cleaning stuff. Instead of going to a supermarket and buying a household item to clean an office, you get the right stuff.
Right, because I mean, it is a bit of a specialized service.
It is.
And requires specialized solutions and products. So
another thing too is we also, during the pandemic, what a lot of persons started doing, the do-it-yourself crowd grew during the pandemic.
Right.
Because a lot of persons realize they have time now at home. They're sitting down in their house for hours upon hours, and they're seeing marks that they didn't notice before. They're seeing problems they didn't notice before. We now have the proper solutions to deal with those. I mean, for one example, Clorox. Everybody loves Clorox.
Right.
Clorox is what I grew up with my grandmother using for
Clean
anything
almost
that's
everything.
dirty is Clorox.
Right.
But over the years, we realized that Clorox is not really the most healthy product and is not the best product for the environment. So therefore, we have been using the more eco-friendly products, and now we're bringing them here so that other persons can use them also. Even with the mops we use, we're using those stringy cloth mops, but now you have the microfiber mops which do a much better job, and they're machine washable and all those things. So we bring in those things, and so far we've been open for about 3 weeks, and that's one of our top sellers. I have one right here. It's the microfiber mop from Oceda. It's, as I say, one of the best sellers, going off the shelf fast. We have a whole list of items that you could only find right here.
So the thing is now, you're saying that even though the main target is commercial cleaners and cleaning companies, that there are some products that even persons who may have a heavy-duty job or looking to do some deep cleaning in their own homes could benefit from?
Not some. All the products that we have can be used by individuals. You could walk, if you don't want to get involved in paying a company to come and clean your chairs at the end of Christmas time, because Christmas is the time when everybody wants to clean chairs and curtains and rugs. We have the equipment that you need. We have the solutions that you need. So if you're interested in doing it yourself, and we guide you, because that's one of our mottos. We don't just sell cleaning items. We know cleaning items, because that's what we do.
Right. So what you're saying is that if I, for instance, summer coming up, the kids gonna be home, And so you want them get into much trouble. They say, watch you, go clean the curtain them.
Yes. Yes, you could get the supplies that you need to do that job right at this store. And our everything that we sell, we try to very good much to the eco-friendly, the green economy. Correct. And so forth. Right. So we don't sell anything that would be harmful to persons. I mean, everything has its instructions because, I mean, we sell Fabuloso, and so you don't want to drink Fabuloso. So,
of course.
So
even though it smells good.
Even though it smells good. So that's what we're into, and that's the service we're trying to provide right now. The only dedicated cleaning supply company in the Federation. If you have your vehicle and your vehicle breaks down, I mean, while a general merchandise store would sell oil, I mean, you go to all the supermarkets, some of them would have oil on their shelves. Exactly. If your car breaks down, you're not going to a supermarket to get the oil.
Right. Correct.
You're going to go to an automotive supplier. Right. Same thing if your transformer in your house burns out, you're not going to go to a Chinese supermarket. I saw a transformer in a Chinese supermarket this weekend. Right. You're not going to go there and buy a transformer. You're going to go to Ralph Gums or TDC, a place that sells electrical stuff. So by the same token, if you have a heavy-duty cleaning job, you're just moving out of a house, or you're moving into a new house, and you want to get it cleaned properly, where are you going to go to buy the supplies? You come to a commercial cleaning supply store. So that's what we're trying to provide to the Federation right about now.
Well, you mentioned a few of the products that you guys have in stock and on shelf. Let us know, some of the other examples.
So as I told you, I have the OC, the microfiber mop, which is a high seller right now. Most people I didn't realize so many people in St. Kitts knew about this type of mop until I brought it in. But that's what we use in our business exclusively. Mm-hmm. But now we brought in several of them and they sold off the shelf. We have another supply coming in tomorrow. So if you go to the store and you don't get any of those that remaining right now when I left, by tomorrow, by Wednesday, we should have them back in stock. We use a lot of the Zep products because Zep is a brand that is synonymous with cleaning. You go to any store in the U.S., the Home Depot, the Walmart, this is a very high seller because they make a wide range of products. And we have most of the products that they sell, especially for commercial cleaning. Right. A magic tool, I don't even know how I must describe this thing then. This is called Barkeeper's Friend. It's a soft cleanser. So people who have had water stains around their kitchen sink, you have rust around the kitchen sink, in the bathroom, you have the ceramic starting to look faded. This is magic powder. I don't know exactly how it works. I've gone online to try and research what are the active chemicals. I can't find it. But this was initially produced since 1894, in the 1882, sorry, it's right on the bottle. Right. 1882. And now it's a widely used product. So this is one of the things that we use. This has actually saved me on some jobs where I've gone in and tried to do some work, and when I realized at the end of the day the finished product I saw was not satisfactory. Right. And I came and I said, well, this is how I got introduced to this. A friend of mine told me about it, and I went and I purchased the one. And the magic it worked, I just ended up going and buy the whole batch from the supplier in St. Kitts. Since then, however, they have never brought it back in. So I'm the only one. Well, I think I'm one of the only ones who have it in still. So that's the Barkeeper's Friend. You have the soft cleanser, you have the powder, you have the toilet bowl cleaner. Also, I mentioned about the Clorox being while it's effective in killing viruses and germs and so, Clorox over time, no matter what you do, how much you dilute Clorox over time, it's going to cause metal to rust. It's going to cause material to fail.
Really abrasive, yeah.
Yes, it's abrasive, yeah. So we have this product that we bring in. It's called BioS Botanical Solution, and it's an all-natural cleaning solution. And if you jump online, because, I mean, most people have the access to go online. Now, if you jump online and look at any review on this product is highly recommended. It kills 99.9% of all types of virus and bacteria. Mm-hmm. So this is effective for not just COVID-19. It's effective for cold. It's effective for mold. It's really a great product. And as I say, it's non-abrasive and it's not harmful to the environment. So this is something that you could definitely invest in for when you want to do your own cleaning. This is what, when we were doing a lot of the sanitizing during the height of COVID, when persons had you have a business have one case of COVID and they immediately shut down.
Right,
and they would call us, and this is what we'd use.
Right.
One of the other things is before we started using it, and some person have told me I shouldn't give out my trade secret because this is what was making my money at that time.
Right.
But I say, well, why keep it to myself? I mean, I can't do everybody's house.
Right.
So you can do your own stuff. So I'm going to give you the same solution that I'm using so you can do your own house. Before we brought it in and we introduced it to the Federation, it was very important for us to go to the Bureau of Standards, reach out to them and say, well, you know what, we have this product, we are in these great reviews on it. We want to start using it in our business here.
Right.
So we gave them a gallon bottle and tell them, you know, if you could run some tests, just verify that this does what it says it does.
Right.
And they had it for a while, and then they came back and told me, well, they gave us a letter and saying, yeah, this product does what it says it's going to do. It's effective, highly effective against bacteria, mold, viruses, etc. So that was our go-ahead to start using it, and now we have it available for the general public.
Well, I mean, even speaking about, well, firstly, let me say like that was amazing that you guys reach out to the Bureau of Standards to have that sort of, that okay from
Yes.
them in terms of, you know, the effectiveness and the safety of the product. I have somebody here said, you know, that they use Barkeeper's Friend products as well, and they also recommend it. But they're saying they usually have to bring it from the USA. Some persons are also saying that they want some of the cleaners. So, of course, the next question is, how do we find you? Where do we find you?
Okay, the store is located in Ponds Industrial Site. The best direction I can give you is the road that runs between TDC Home and Building Depot and the Industrial Site Daycare Center. That road ends in our front door.
Okay. So just come down the road.
So you just come down that road there. TDC will be on your left. The daycare will be on your right. It's a big blue building. You can't miss it. We have a big sign. We have our banners there. The colors are blue, light blue, and dark blue of the building, which match the colors of the business. So you can't miss us, and we welcome all. Our opening hours are from 8 to 5 from Monday to Friday, and 8 to 1 on Saturday.
All right, so Monday to Saturday, you could come there, get all your professional cleaning products.
Yes.
And I think that, you know, people really hearing about this will definitely come and check you guys out. I think it's obviously something that was needed in the Federation. And, of course, we have persons that listen from even Nevis. I'm sure you encourage persons from Nevis. Is there a way they can reach out, call you guys?
Yes, they can reach out. Our telephone number is 663-8714 or 760-6265. You can reach us on the phone, and we operate in Nevis. We do commercial cleaning in Nevis too. We have our staff over there regularly doing cleaning. So getting stuff over to persons in Nevis will not be a problem. And one of the things I must say, some of the most support I've gotten so far is from commercial cleaners themselves. Persons who, me and them would have maybe bid on a project together and they were successful or I was successful, whatever the case may be. But I try to show them that, you know, St. Kitts is big enough. There's enough buildings there. There's enough work there for all of us to do. So I'm not trying to get what you have. I just want you got what you have. I'm trying to help you keep it, you know.
Do the best job possible.
You do the best job possible, because when you rise, we all rise. So that's our approach to doing things. We're not competing with these other persons. We're just trying to build this business together.
All right, man. Well, I mean, I wanna go ahead and wish you the best of luck with this new aspect of the company. I do believe that is something that, like I said, that has been in need for some time now. I'm happy to see that it's here, and happy to hear that things have been going so well.
Yes, man. Thank you so much.
Any social media, by the way?
Yeah, we have our website, which is abmsystemskb.com, and that's the same name on Facebook. That's our email address also, abmsystemskb@gmail, and you can find us on Facebook, just Advanced Building Maintenance Systems. That's in St. Kitts, you'll find us.
All right, well, guys, there you have it from David Debson, and I do believe that a lot of you are really thinking, oh, I know where we're going now, including some of your commercial cleaners who are doing some of these jobs. Like you said, I know there are a lot of people who take on some of these commercial cleaning jobs, maybe in an office somewhere or whatever. You have a place now to go and get the ideal solutions for the job that you're doing. Tell them Island Tea send you.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, thanks so much, guys, for having me, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks a lot for coming, man.
Okay.
All right. Guys, we're going to take a short break and be right back with more Island Tea right here on With Media SKN. Stick and stay.
The Caribbean's favorite biscuit.
Hey, welcome back, guys, to Island Tea right here on Win Media SKN. And we are back, jumping back into some more tea time, some more conversation. Feel free to participate whether you're on the live chat or you want to call in and comment. But Jade, as we were saying before the break,
yeah.
What else is on your lovely little agenda there, Jade?
Well, apparently, there were some financial discrepancies which prompted a reshuffling of two statutory boards, SCASPA and UDC. Do you know why, friend?
No, Jade.
You do know why. Look at
No,
me.
Jade, I have no idea. I'm in the dark.
Well, for the people, I don't mean as him, who do not know why this was, on a Friday, an exorbitant payroll. Well, on Friday this came out. We were here. They had a,
directly after the show.
Yes.
Directly after the show.
When the honorable, Wendy Phipps, yes, had a press conference, short and sweet, but it left our jaws on the floor. So, an exorbitant payroll, unauthorized employment of people, and unreasonable spending from the coffers of the St. Christopher E&T Port Authority, SCASPA, and the St. Kitts Urban Development Corporation Limited, UDC, are the reported reasons for the immediate reshuffling of board members for these corporations. That is according to the Honorable Wendy Phipps, Minister with responsibility for SCASPA and UDC, after a review of pertinent organizational documents and a meeting with senior management. Based on my introductory meeting to familiarize myself with SCASPA, it came to my attention that 62 people were hired between January 2020 and May 2022. My concern was further heightened by the fact that a number of persons who are newly hired were being paid significantly more than other employees who had been hired between 4 to 10 years prior to do the same jobs.
Maybe they're more qualified, Jane.
I never know.
Never know.
What has exasperated the situation is that in spite of my written and oral directive to place a freeze on hiring, 5 additional hires were done with a number of them being paid at an exorbitant rate. Minister Phipps, who assumed responsibility for SCASPA and UDC in early May 2022, said that the new hires came at a time when SCASPA is strapped for cash. The net effect of the situation is that these 67 new hires created an extra payroll burden to SCASPA of almost $2 million per year. This unfortunate situation comes at a time when SCASPA is illiquid and is unable to cover its expenses. In fact, the Minister of Finance has confirmed that between September 2020 to December 2021, it has rendered financial assistance to SCASPA to the tune of $17,287,000. Wait. You know, I can't read numbers. Read that, yeah.
Which number, yeah? Oops. Unlock your phone.
My dyslexia acting up.
So just to start that sentence again, this unfortunate situation comes at a time when SCASPA is illiquid and is unable to cover its expenses. In fact, the Ministry of Finance has confirmed that between September 2020 to December 2021, it has rendered financial assistance to SCASPA to the tune of $17,287,767. What is even more disconcerting is the fact that the board and management of SCASPA will most likely be making a capital call on the Federal Ministry of Finance by July 2022 in the amount of some $7.3 million.
Thank you. All these things being equal, the 67 new hires will be receiving $2,487 a month with the added payroll amount. So that's why okay. That's what $2,487 a month per person with the added payroll amount of $2 million per year. So how much SCASPA workers really supposed to be getting paid then?
I think the issue is more that they believe that the 67 ain't necessary. I think it's more like they're saying there was a hiring freeze.
But I heard the hiring freeze came after the last minister was fired. Telling me on the street.
Well, she did say it's 5 people. She did say
so the extra 5 come after?
No, she's saying my understanding is that from what she said, she asked to put a hiring freeze. Since she said the hiring freeze, 5 more people, they didn't hire 5 more people, which was like in 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. How long were they firing? About two and a half weeks? Something
about there.
Something like that. So so that's where that comes from. But I guess the 67 new hires, it seems as though they're saying that wasn't necessary.
But they hire people in government all the time, they're necessary.
That is a problem. You see that? Actually, the wage bill done ridiculous, eh?
Bad.
Let's be real here. The wage bill is ridiculous, right?
Well, that's what happens when you live in a country where the way to solve problems for the government is to hire them.
That has become, but you see, that has become an expectation. Such and such ain't give me no job. I got 3 children, now I ain't give them none.
Well, then why they don't stop promise them jobs?
That's what I'm saying, Jay.
If you don't promise them, you don't have to deliver. But you keep promising people to give them jobs.
Well,
so when they show up for the job, you have to give them.
Not only that, Jay, part of the issue is that, and I don't blame any particular government from any particular time for this, because I think this is something that has been, it's culture they know.
So they fired in the 67. That's what somebody is saying.
Huh? No.
Oh, they're saying the ministers got fired on the 9th.
Oh,
Okay. There's a lot of people, 67 people out of a job, just so. Okay. But let us continue.
Mm.
In addition, Minister Phipps indicated that a March 2022 report from the government entities monitoring unit determined that SCASA presents a high financial risk to the government. The government proposed, Investigation revealed that board members benefited from the sale of goods and services to SCASPA. Minister Phipps said that this goes contrary to the St. Christopher A&C Port Authority Act, Cap 8.07, Part 3, Section 17, speaks to the powers and duties. It shall be the duty of the authority to operate the port as appears to its best calculated to serve the public interest. Okay. So basically, they're saying the board members was doing things in their best interest?
That's what it sounds like. But, I mean, the thing for me, Jade, is when things happen, right, a lot of how it's perceived has to do with the climate at which time it happens, right? So
wait, no.
Go ahead,
I just want copy.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Continuing, because we have a stick up in your point.
Mm-hmm.
Minister Phipps, in a press briefing on Friday, May 27th, went on to reveal findings from the minutes of the UDC, which she obtained from the secretary of the board. Based on my perusal of the meetings, it is clear that corporate credit cards were issued to both the chairman and chief executive officer. The credit limit on the card issued to the chairman is $26,250, while the one issued to the CEO carries a limit of $48,750. The minutes further state that the cards are to be used to make purchases on behalf of the corporation. Usually what cards are for?
Mm-hmm.
Minister Phipps said the credit limit issued for the credit cards of the chairman and the chief executive officer is significantly greater than what was confirmed by the government financial secretary. It is unclear what levels of control have been exercised over these expenditures that will be covered by the credit cards. It is also rather irregular for corporate purchases to be routinely paid by credit card. What is also of keen interest to our ministry is the fact that there is a great divide between the credit limits of those two UDC credit cards and the credit limit of the government, the federal government's chief financial advisor, financial secretary. The credit limit of the financial secretary, reconfirmed as recently as yesterday, May 26th, is a mere $10,000, Minister Phipps said.
Little discrepancy there.
She said,
even though, I'll be honest, right? That sounds kind of jokey to me.
That's not the point.
It sounds kind of jokey to me. Like big corporation, like that credit limit is like $10,000.
Yeah.
Really?
I know.
Really? No. Okay.
Yeah. But you know.
Again, I'm not well versed in these things.
Neither am I, friend. Neither am I.
The guy.
She added, my research has also uncovered that issue of conflicts of interest was evident at the board level of the UDC. Independent and credible verification proved that one director of the corporation has been asked to resign as a result of him writing a check to himself. It should also be noted that the said director, according to the minutes, was charged with spearheading the project to construct a security guard hut at the marina, a topic that has been the subject of many public commentary over the past several months, including but not limited to discourse on the high cost differential regarding the construction of such size and simplicity. In a Facebook Live video taken on February 14, 2022, former Deputy Prime Minister Sean Richards, who was the minister with responsibility for the UDC, denied knowledge of the construction of the security guard huts. I should also state that based on the minutes, that the original estimate was pegged at 227,000, which was subsequently reduced to 150,000. In the said minutes, queries were also raised as to who authorized the project's mobilization fees and to who were such check payments made. A number of other areas of concern have also surfaced in the review of the board minutes. One case in point is the listing of UDC project/financial obligation, which is an outline of large amounts that were to have been paid out by the UDC in 2021. While most of these expenses were related to operational costs, there appears to have been a provision of support to the former Deputy Prime Minister, Honorable Sean Richards, in the amount of 100,000 for the outfitting of his private box at the CPL. The line item is listed as support for the minister and staff incentives. Yeah, technically. While I await the submission of the listed items, financial and otherwise, which I have requested from the UDC, we remain rather concerned as a government by the reports that documents that may have been pertinent in assessing the performance and compliance of the corporation are no longer available. We are equally concerned about other reports that efforts have been made to execute significant contracts without the courtesy of consultations with the new minister. The members of board for SCASPO before reshuffling were Chairman Damian Hobson, board members Ms. Shermel Drew, Ms. Shirley Julius, Ms. Shannon Hawley, Ms. Cassandra Matthew, and Mr. Oren Hughes, Mr. Raphael Rodney, Mr. Bernard Gruyer, and Secretary Mr. Azad Gums. In light of these matters at SCASPA and the UDC, the following changes have been made in the case of the UDC. 3 new members were appointed to serve along with 4 others whose tenures will continue. In the case of SCASPA, 3 new members were also appointed to serve along with others whose tenure will continue. Director of the board at the UDC before reshuffling was Mr. Stephen Duggins. Efforts to ascertain the identity of the previous board members were unsuccessful when WinFM contacted Chief Executive Officer of the UDC, Ms. Cindy Demin Nias, and Board Secretary Ms. Cheryl Nisbet, who both declined to comment. In a letter addressed to Mr. Duggins, the St. Kitts Urban Development Corporation Limited has resolved by the ordinary resolution pursuant to Article 93E of the Articles of Association of the company that your office as director of the company is vacated with immediate effect from May 25th, 2022. That was a mouthful, boy.
I think actually reading the article was longer than the press conference.
Yeah, man. I feel so.
But I mean, what happened was on I think it was Thursday last week. There was a lot of talk about they fire. I don't know who they be, but they fire the board. Them, they fire the whole SCASPA board. Everybody gone and blah 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 blah. So I think it wasn't good. It was a good move for them to come and at least address those rumors. And tell us exactly what the thought process was, what was happening. I'm seeing comments on the live speaking about the fact that we probably need to look into other areas of government and see if similar activities happen. No, there's a few.
I'm sure.
But there's a few things that we need to be clear on, and like sometimes we just have these conversations, and I think we ignore. We ignore some obvious things, right? Government. It don't matter if St. Kitts, it don't matter if it's St. Louis, it don't matter where. Government has a reputation for being inefficient and wasteful. When we start talking about inefficiency and wastefulness, some of the things that come up have to do with mismanagement of funds, people enriching themselves, corruption, etc., right? Cool. The other thing that I think we need to acknowledge, right? The other thing that we need to acknowledge is that whether it be the case or not, there is a widely held belief that positions on these boards have more to do with persons being able to enrich themselves, given the opportunity to do so because of loyalty to particular parties. Once parties get in power, they put people on the board as some sort of thank you for thank you for the job that you've done during the campaign, right? And that the people go there, and it's a way for them to collect a check, not necessarily for them to do it. Now, whether or not that is the case, that is how it looks. And I don't think there's a lot of work being done to somehow change that view.
No, it's not.
It doesn't. I haven't been seeing the efforts to do that. Right? I do believe that there are people who, of course, you got to have some people on these boards that have some knowledge of whatever area. You have to have people on the board that have hopefully some experience as well within that particular institution.
Hopefully.
Right? And then it seems as though you have persons who are there not only just to enrich themselves, not only just to receive the thank you for the job well done, but also to ensure that the board takes decisions that line up with the desires of the government. Not necessarily always what is in the best interest of the institution. Right? Now, all of these things is what people seem to know and believe, and like I said, there has been very little effort to try and undermine those narratives, right? Or change those narratives. So what are we really talking about here?
Bruh.
So what we really talking about?
Well, you know what has pissed me off with all of these things?
People just act like they're all brand new and surprised.
Who? You can't be surprised. What has really grinds my gears with all these things, right? Is if none of this was happening right now, we would have known none of this as none of this would have come out. Who thieving what? Who doing this? Who take money bill house? None of this would have come out.
Legit.
Oh, you know. So I'm telling you, every time one of these politicians open their mouth and tell us something, right? All I hearing is, so you didn't all the time.
That's all they're thinking.
So you didn't all the time. And it was fine until it doesn't serve your agenda anymore. So now we must know. Mine, I say no, I didn't all the time. No, mine. They keep telling us. Them keep telling us.
Friend of the show, right? Sean Richards, as he addressed the gathering at the town hall meeting in Sandy Point, spoke to several, I guess, rumors that would have been going around about him, right? And saying that, well,
the man double back.
The man said, look.
Wanna reverse.
The man said, look. Y'all talk about car, boom, boom, boom. This is what happened. Everybody know that's what's going on. They talk about house. This is where the money come from. They get the house. They talk about this investment, landing, boom, 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 boom. Fine. I don't believe that a lot of people want to hear that. General public, I don't think a lot of people want to hear that. But if they're going around,
tell us. I want to hear it now. I didn't want to hear it before.
No. What I'm saying is, I think a lot of people, because several people made a comment to me saying, maybe I'll hear about the personal accounts and things. Maybe I want to hear that he went to the bank to get money. I want to hear what they do for the country.
Oh, that's
right. But I believe he has the right, if people are coming around and saying, are trying to question his credibility. If you want to come out and say, hey, I'm going to address these things head on because y'all trying to make me look like I this and that and boom, 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 cool. But of course, no. You got to end it off by saying, don't let me talk what I know, you know. If I want to go down the road there,
I could go down.
But my thing is, just go down the road and down.
Well, we should have been down this road. There shouldn't have been a road that we're just discovering.
Just go down the road.
We should have been down this road. Stop coming to us and telling us, oh, you know, corruption happening all the time and ain't doing nothing about it and now I out of positions and all of these things is when all I want to come tell us. Y'all job is to prevent these type of things from happening. So how come they're happening and y'all know it's happening? But no is when y'all want to tell us it's happening. You know how they're making y'all look? I don't know if y'all, you know how they're making themselves look? Do you know? Question for the class.
It's a matter of I know, Jade. Any matter if you know. But if they know.
They have to know. As if
no, but this
know.
is what I've been saying all along in terms of like we have been going. The messaging has left me confused a lot of times. The messaging.
You shouldn't be confused. This is what I do.
No, the messaging has left me confused a bit because the interpretation of what's being said a lot of times doesn't seem to be bolstering certain arguments that's being made. It seems to be undermining these arguments and it
I don't know how I expect me to feel.
I am not a political strategist.
Neither me.
I am not in charge of anyone's campaign.
Neither am I.
Right? I'm not in any executives and such. So I don't know exactly what the goals are of the campaigns. I don't know exactly what the intentions are when we say certain things and what we expect to come out and how we expect to be taken. But when I'm looking around and I'm talking to people and I'm hearing what people are saying and how they're interpreting certain things, I don't believe that how it's been received by the general public is the way they intended it to be received. It can't be. Again, I might not know everything, I might not know the agendas, but it just doesn't. It doesn't feel like it's working the way it's supposed to work. I don't know. I could be wrong.
I just want to know how we're supposed to trust you. How we supposed to trust you? I is the one who telling us the I and all these things happening and I ain't saying nothing, but now it's when I saying it. But we supposed to watch I and be like, yes, let's put back in that man. Let's put back in that woman. The woman and man who didn't know that all these things happening behind the country back, And y'all only speaking to it now because of the situation y'all in.
Does it feel like as though what is happening is the whole adage of politics as usual, like falling apart? It feel as though like a lot of what we are discussing has to do with what the expectations are. Everybody know this going on. Everybody know like this is how things are done. This is the status quo. It seems as though the status quo falling apart on itself. Perhaps this is an indication that the way things are being done, the way things are, the expectations, that it's time for a serious culture shift. You see, it must be signaling that there's time for a serious culture shift, Jade. Things can't continue the way they have been done.
Yeah, I can't come watch big people and say, well, this is politics as usual. Let us take a little money here, skim a little money there, and that's it.
Come back to bite you. And then the thing about it is, the thing for me is that who can we depend on to bring about the changes that's necessary to try and avoid these things? When the politicians come here and we talk to them and we start asking them about willingness to put certain things in place, it's always interesting to hear the answers, It's always interesting to hear the answers, right? Some say, hey, you know what we need? We just need respectable people. Some come back and say, hey, you know what? We can probably try it. We've instituted it in our own thing, so I don't know if that is to say that, well, we can make sure we have honorable people going in there, and so there's no need for it, or that we'll did it here, so we'll do it there as well. At the same time, I believe that if they are not careful, and I said I'm speaking to all, and then let me make this clear, all of the persons who are now vying for seats in the National Assembly, right? Sometimes you gotta show the baby with the bathwater, and
what? Sorry, you stop a breath for now. What?
Sometimes you gotta show the baby.
Analogies.
Sometimes you gotta show the baby with the bathwater. Every picture, everything. And if you're not careful, you're gonna end up right with the dung heap with the rest of them. Because I think what is being called for, and we've seen it here. People have called in on the show. We see it almost every day on the live when we talk about these types of topics. We need new people. We need new politicians. And I believe that a lot of times when we start saying, this is how it's done, this is the system, bam, bam, bam.
Somebody literally saying, okay, when you're in a relationship, you only hear the bad things when people done. He ain't saying it's right, but we shouldn't be surprised and stop acting naive. None of us naive, You think we know they're doing bad things behind our backs? But we won't know what the bad things are.
Part of the issue for me too is, Jade, is that we, the people, particularly those of us who tend to align ourselves so deeply with the political parties, they could never do no wrong and everything they do right. They could never do no wrong and everything they do right.
Amen.
And so what happens is we enable the bad behavior.
Yeah, man.
We enable the bad behavior.
Yeah. We literally see
when it's supposed to be, the people that are closest to you are supposed to be the ones who are willing to call you out on the badness, just the same way they're willing to support you when you do good.
Yep. We literally look on Facebook and see all kind of people discussing how this party was giving away money and this party was doing this and that. They do it so casually that we know that they don't see nothing wrong with it.
No, it's not, Jade. What happens is the desire to win supersedes everything else.
Logic?
The desire to win supersedes everything else. And I tell you this, with this tribalism, I am hoping that what we are going through now seeks to undermine some of that tribalism.
Doubt it, but okay.
I don't know. It's very possible. But it depends on those of us who don't hold that type of mindset.
But
to be loud about it, and to act accordingly.
Yeah, but the people who don't feed into that type of behavior ain't the people who are around the politicians. And the people
No. But we need, what I'm saying is the people that are around the politicians, even if they continue to behave so, let them do so at the detriment of the politicians, because the rest of us ain't jumping on them boat there. So if you all want to keep the yes man them around you and the people them who can't see nothing wrong with anything what you do, well, go ahead. But guess what? You and them going to be out in political wilderness. That's what need to happen. Good morning, Carla, 11 Island Tea.
Good morning, folks. As Jade said, that was a mouthful. It was also an earful and a noseful, because it doesn't sound good and it doesn't smell good. What we're talking about here is corruption and a lack of accountability. And it's coming internally. This is not from people on the street who didn't know what was going on, or even the opposition who was not in there, right? This is coming from within the ranks of government. And what that speaks to is a breakdown in the systems that are supposed to hold public officials accountable, right? This is a clear case that things like the Public Accounts Committee, the Integrity Commission, those entities should be investigating and should have been ahead on the curve of. One of the problems we have is that too many of these things operate after the fact. They don't prevent things from happening. If public officials knew that they were going to be held accountable, they would not do these things, right? Now, the minister is talking about bringing an external audit. You know, what has happened to the auditing procedures within the government that is supposed to make sure things like this don't happen, right? There's no correction. And finally, right, there is this perception that, well, they all do it. This is how it was done in the past. Well, that is not how we move forward, because what the revelations have been suggesting, as you said, is that things need shaking up. It needs to change. And how do you effect change? You can't effect change by the people, with the people who are responsible for the mess in the first place. You can't reward what has been happening by giving them another chance when they come to you and say vote for them. They're the one who created this, right? Any business person would tell you, in a business when people mess up, you don't reward them with a pay raise or saying thank you for your service. They mess up, so they should be out of there. And of course, there's always the possibility that the new ones coming in might do the same thing, right? If they don't change the systems that are in place to prevent it. But the fact is, you have to at least have new people in there and see what they would do. You can't rely on the old ones because we've seen what they have done, okay? And so that is why I always say, you change until you get, and keep changing until you get the changes that you want. That's the only way. If you know a better way, I'm all for it. But that's the only way I know how to effect change, because it's not going to come on its own, right? Somebody has to bell the cat, bite the bullet, and do it, okay? And so that is where we are. And let's hope that the electorate, who are obviously disappointed, some are confused, some can't believe what they're hearing, right? Well, it's staring you straight in the face, okay? And in the final analysis, it boils down to what the electorate is prepared to tolerate in terms of the governance of the country, right? And everybody would agree that this is terrible, but you can't just end there and say it's terrible. You got to change the systems. Okay, then.
All right, Carla, thanks. Yeah, the system, eh?
The system by
The
rewarding people when they're doing nonsense.
No, but I mean, the thing is, though, Jade, like we keep talking about the need for these changes, and then the thing is that some of the actors who, no matter what decision you make come election day, some of the actors that will eventually go back in, whether it's PLP, people in the seats, CCM, NRP, PAM, Labour, some of the same actors, no matter what you do, going right back in there. That is why people keep talking about, okay, when we start talking about the need for the change in the systems, the need to bolster the powers given to some of these institutions that are supposed to hold people in public office accountable, supposed to fight against corruption. It's like, what? So who we expect to do it? Because no matter what choice you make, no matter you with the blue machine, the red machine, the Labour, the PAM, is this the same people going back?
Men if they realize.
Same people.
I don't know if they realize, but yeah, man.
The same
You're
people.
in a clean sheet of politicians, you know?
That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. Once it
We're
happens,
just talking in vain then, basically, because
I think let me tell you something, and I don't know if persons have been saying it. I haven't been hearing it, but I am going to go out on a limb here. I am going to go out on a limb here, Jade. I believe this election that is coming, unfortunately, we are going to have one of the lowest voter turnout.
you think so? Was that last year? Not last year. Last time?
The last time you got to look at that was the pandemic. You know, thousands of people didn't flying on the planes and stuff like that. But I believe, barring that, because you got to kind of compare oranges and oranges, apples and apples. So barring 2020, I believe a lot of people can just stay home, for a lot of different reasons. I don't believe there's any one reason you're going to be able to point to and say that is where the voter turnout low. Some people just walk out, well, I didn't know who to vote for. Some people walk out, by all of them is the same thing. And just fed up with the system as it stands. Some people, because of their allegiances, going to walk out, I want to vote for the people who I generally vote for, but I can't vote for them, they just stay home. Like, it can be, like, I suspect you're going to see a lot of people under the Go Beach.
Well, it's a holiday.
People going...
Oh, no.
You know this election?
Oh, no, it's not a holiday.
Guys, Jade, election is Jade, please.
You ain't
please.
Gonna
Jade.
No. Listen.
You just like out, Jade. You know when election is.
What I'm saying is...
And you got taking bets and you don't know when.
For most people, election day is deemed as a holiday. I'm not saying that it will be on a holiday.
I don't know what you're talking about, Jade, because
most
people
don't go work. That doesn't go vote and go home. Or go do whatever they got to do. Yeah.
Good try, Jade. Good try. Good try.
You ain't tie me up, you know?
Good try.
I hope I come back now.
That's why you wear your yellow shirt. Change the truss off. Change the truss off the scent. We see what's going on now, Jade.
What's that maybe? 9:59 because you try to set me up. You try to set me up and you ain't gonna get it work today.
Yeah. See, the thing is, like somebody's saying that we're not so sure if we get the change suggested by the caller, if we need to change the system. And that is the issue. The issue is that what you would want to have happen is that you go in, you do what you're supposed to do, you come out.
Yeah, well,
the problem is but the thing is, Jade, you take out one set, you put in another set, only to then do the good job, put back in the set that was in there before.
That's basically how politics when you think it's, you know. We have the same set of... Watch here. There's a man in... Well, I think this is the last time. But there's a man... There's two people in the election cycle that have been in the election cycle before I ban, you know. We literally just recycle the same politicians.
Yeah. I mean, the last two elections, we had how many? So you would have had Jonel, I mean, he ran prior, you know, 2015. Wasn't successful, but then you would have had entering the ring Aquila last time for Labour. Labour this time has a Samal. Kenny ran before as well. I mean, of course, you're gonna have to have some continuity. Natasha for fam, yeah.
It's alleged that we have Nubian. And
I mean, the thing is, you would expect that you'll have some new candidates for PLP being a new party, right? A party that is feeling candidates in new things. So you don't know if it's gonna be people who ran for other parties. More likely than not, it would be persons new to the, you know, to that particular part in politics. But we'll have to wait and see.
Can y'all just release the the candidates, please?
Release the Kraken.
Please, what are we waiting on? Y'all telling us election in the next 2 months, and we still ain't know who we're supposed to vote for. I don't know, Jetty. Do not ask me no questions. That is not my ministry, and you know that.
NRP. Like, let us know who they running yet. People just forget about NRP. Yeah? NRP needs to step up again, man.
Yeah, man. Don't let the blue machine run over you. Fight back.
But I think it's a difficult. I think NRP is in a difficult position because I don't know if it was a policy of the party or just a widely held convention or a convention that they hold to not run the same people in the local election.
Oh, somebody said Friday's NRP launch.
Okay, Friday thing in Jiggy.
Okay.
But yeah, so I think the fact that they probably may have been preparing more for the Nevis local election and not a federal election, that might have caught them flat-footed a bit.
Well,
I don't. So I'm very curious to see if they, because now maybe the time where we might have to run some of the same people who we intended to run locally, federally.
You come like the only people who was ready for this thing is Labour, you know. The only people who I could literally see the whole slate of candidates is Labour. I could literally go right now on Labour page and say exactly who won in where.
Well, I mean, as Dr. Drew said when he was here, he said he looked at what was happening in Barbados as well in Antigua and didn't want the Labour Party to fall into a similar position like the opposition was in those two countries, and so they started the process to say, hey, whatever happened, we gotta be further ahead.
I think government's winning again. I don't know if that's a rumor.
That's a real thing.
Well,
no, I don't know. I don't know if it's a real thing.
But I saw somebody sent me.
Yeah, I saw.
But I don't know if he's actually winning.
Yeah.
If this man is winning and y'all mixing him up in this nonsense, stop it.
We have to wait till nomination day.
Which is when?
Who knows? We know an election day, you know.
What? Why y'all want me to prepare for an election that may not about? May not when it happening.
We know you coming there.
May know who are supposed to vote for. Okay.
We know you coming.
We know you coming every 5 years.
Sometimes it comes every 2.
Please, let's get this ball rolling. We know y'all going out and campaigning. So just tell us who run in? Because we're looking at y'all campaigning anyway. We're literally looking at y'all doing house to house. Y'all pages full of all kind of activities. Just tell us, what's the secret? So I'm supposed to figure out in 1 month, I'm supposed to vote for this person that I never see before in my life?
You just said they done campaigning, Jade.
Sir, don't play with me.
You just said they been campaigning, so you can't say never see them. As a
Up
matter
to
of
now,
fact,
may know who won in my constituency for a particular party. Up to now.
who running anyone for CCM?
So couple parties then.
You know how I feel about that, Jade. The parties need to field candidates in all 11.
They ain't no time for that this election. They're still trying to figure it out. So anyway, it's home time, buddy.
It's home time. Maybe we need some new options.
Let's go on. Let's start with one party.
No.
Okay, well I tried.
We move.
We move.
But guys, we're gonna have to leave. We're gonna have to go. We're gonna have to disembark. That's it for today's show. And again, it's Monday. Wishing everybody a safe, productive week. Hopefully this week we get some answers to the questions that we've been asking. We've been watch here. UGC.
Take over, you know.
UGC.
Campaign manager.
UGC. Easy, now, man.
Next thing I start to put a new dollar new word. We ain't want that.
Watch here. Next thing they say Bailey campaigning. You start to see all kind of things coming out the woodwork, all kind of skeletons come out the closet. No.
No. I don't think we built for that type of nonsense. Because we don't abuse back. We gonna cuss back. And you see
I'll be honest, right? If I was a minister, I would have a lot of fun. I tell you, when certain people come in and campaigning and like protesting and say, you're going on there with refreshments and say,
look a little patched.
I say, yeah, look a little patched.
Have a cookie.
I look out for the citizens, no matter their views.
No matter what.
Yeah, but anyway.
Give them a little bottle of water. Oh.
You think? But how can the people run into the studio?
Yeah, that may again a little wild.
No, but guys, we're really gonna have to go. Time is fast spent. We are past the 10 o'clock hour, and so appreciate you guys for joining us. Whether you joined us on YouTube, Facebook, the winmediaskn.com, or any of the other digital platforms. Appreciate you. All the people who log on the radio, 98.9, the busman them who'll be playing us loud. Big up yourself one time. The people in the doctor's offices. And the people in the and of course, the bosses would make sure ILNT is turned on in the office.
Listen.
So that the people of your office could have tea and be more productive throughout the day. Appreciate you as well.
That's how you're supposed to run your office. That's how you start the day productively. Jesse Taylor, I'm gonna block you. I shall block you. You're gonna get blocked. I just start blocking people.
Because the man give you a little message.
He puts me in things. Be able to just pull up your files them. I mean, me on to pull up, but it doesn't make up things. So
and Jay, this is the thing for me too. Speaking of rumors, most of the rumors that they hear about me, I as well want to be true, you know. They just be true.
Mind though. May want nobody shoot me, so
my rumors them to be sweet, and they be like, why isn't this true? But anyway,
maybe.
Guys, we're gonna have to go again. Please remember, guys, to learn from the losses of others. And as Jay tells us before we go, what's on the lineup for today?
Well, right after ILNT, we have voices, and then
Julian, I'm putting on the radio, Julian.
I don't know why you open the window, like you can't see us on the radio, They are no respect for us, But yes, voices will be on today. Y'all know y'all love that program. And then after that, we have the midday news, to keep you abreast of what happened over the weekend and all of these things.
With actual facts?
With actual facts.
Mm-hmm.
Actual facts. Then we have Musical Search by DJ Flames.
Indeed. Big up
to round
Flames
up the
on
day.
time.
Yes, indeed.
But guys, please, of course, spend more time living your content than posting it.
No, if he's a politician, post it.
Wow.
Post it so we can see.
You let the Carla know. Leak it. Some more.
They ain't gonna leak it. Just post it. Post
okay.
it. Tell us all the news. We love it.
What I want them to tell me is what the plans is for the country. Tell me that. Yeah.
Not that important.
Oh, okay. Can't deal with the melee boy.
Not that important no more.
I've never been a
what
melee
plans
lover.
for what country, boy?
Or what country? Or we in a country no more?
No, let them leak the news. Leak the corruption. We care about the plans for the country. I want it however I want it because I've been doing it. So anyway. So.
That's what I want to tell us how the plan to run it.
For what? When they tell us that us follow through, no, so let them just continue.
Just guess news.
Just guess news. Yeah, I'm not good at it anyway.
Jade,
Love it.
you really sound like you're working with...
You know what? Yeah, because you're all doing it too.
But guys, please remember you can't be everybody's cup of tea because you is not a mug.
And viewing platforms, you're logged on to WinFM 98.9 on the FM dial, and you're tuned to another episode of Voices. Today is the 30th day of May. We got about 2 more days before we say welcome to June. We are saying welcome once again to Voices. We pause at this time for a few kind words from our sponsors, and we will get right back to the program.
Enjoy the convenience of getting all your documents in one place. At the TDC Copy and Print Center on 4th Street in Basseterre, we do just that. We offer document formatting, graphic design, and copy and print services. Our team of professionals truly understand all your needs, whether it be administrative, professional, academic, or personal. You bring it, we deliver it with quality every time. Visit the TDC Copy and Print Center today in the TDC Mall on 4th Street in Basseterre, or call 465-2511. Your copy and print specialists are waiting to serve you.
Enjoy an elevated experience with your Flow Home Internet and mobile combined.
Giving you the best rate for great savings.
With 120 gigs of double data for anything.
And unlimited talk.
On 4 mobile lines.
Simply combine your Flow Home Internet and mobile for the best rate and value. Unlock double data and unlimited talk on 4 mobile lines to go with home internet speeds up to 35 megabits per second. Visit a Flow store to sign up today. Conditions apply.
Good morning and welcome to another episode of Voices. My name is Socrates, hosting today. As I mentioned, it's Monday, the 30th day of May. In a couple of days, we'll be saying the 1st of June. And as I mentioned in the last program, June 1st is normally recognized as the start of the annual Atlantic hurricane season. Amidst all that, we have a number of things unfolding in the Federation. Extrapolated from the news this morning, we hear of an arrest made of a lady in the arson charge of burning down of the Joshua Obadiah Williams School. That was a few months ago. And the reaction is like lots of folks are surprised. Congratulations to the police department on being able to effect an arrest based on the result of your investigation. We know folks are normally perceived to be innocent until proven guilty, but they did make arrests in the person of a lady, and one would have naturally assumed we had to be some male person. So that's a tragedy that unfolded some months ago with the burning of that school. And there is now an arrest made of that person charged with arson. Then we have some news out of Nevis, where 500 persons would have been treated at the Nevis Eye Care facility for a variety of illnesses. Cataract surgery, glaucoma, and other things. I think it's a very good thing for the Federation I recall a few years ago when Miracle Eye was a program that benefited the Caribbean. It was spearheaded by Cuba, where folks from around the region who had issues or challenges with their eyes would be flown free of cost to Cuba for medical attention.